Hello and welcome to the inaugural episode of the Cover Drive podcast. Today is a very exciting day for me as I get to finally launch my own podcast, which has been a dream project of mine for a very long time. आज के एपिसोड में हम कवर करेंगे आईसीसी वर्ल्ड टी20 के अब तक का सबसे बड़ा कॉन्टेस्ट एंड ये आई थिंक होगा सबसे बड़ा कॉन्टेस्ट ऑल द वे अप टू द सेमीफाइनल स्टेजेस और ये है आपके ट्रेडिशनल राइवल्स इंडिया और पाकिस्तान के बीच। जी हाँ, 2 साल बाद, बल्कि 2 साल से भी ज़्यादा हो गया है, हमें ये दोनों टीम्स फेस ऑफ करती हुई देखेंगी। इंडिया और पाकिस्तान मैचेस एक काफ़ी रेयर ओकेजन हो चुकी है दुनिया के क्रिकेट में। तो वेन एवर इट डज़ हैपन ये एक बहुत ही बड़ा फिक्सचर होता है एंड द एक्साइटमेंट लीडिंग अप टू इट इज़ अनपैरेलल्ड। अगर आप ये दोनों टीम्स का रिकॉर्ड्स देख लें वर्ल्ड टी20s में तो हेड टू हेड इंडिया ने सारी गेम्स जीती हैं। दे हैव बोथ प्लेड ईच अदर 5 times विद इंडिया कमिंग आउट ऑन टॉप ईच टाइम, वन ऑफ विच वाज अ बॉल आउट इन 2007। और अगर हमारा जो ओवरऑल वर्ल्ड कप रिकॉर्ड है वो तो सबके सामने है, सो डेफिनेटली इंडिया गो इनटू दिस एज फेवरेट्स। बट अगर आप पाकिस्तान की टीम देखें ऑन पेपर, आई बिलीव कि ये एक बहुत ही स्ट्रॉन्ग साइड है एंड वी शुड बी एक्सपेक्टिंग अ वेरी गुड कॉन्टेस्ट नो मैटर विच वे दिस रिजल्ट गोज। वर्ल्ड कप की जो गेम्स होती हैं इंडिया पाकिस्तान की, आई फील लाइक काफ़ी मरतबा पाकिस्तान को जो चैलेंज एक पड़ा है दैट्स बिन द मेंटल ब्लॉक। मेंटली आई थिंक हम लोग जब फील्ड पे उतरते हैं, हमारी टीम जब उतरती है एज अ यूनिट, एक खौफ होता है हारने का एंड आई थिंक दैट्स बिन द बिगेस्ट इशू इन दीज गेम्स। नॉट दैट आपकी टीम की क्वालिटी कुछ कम होती है, डेफिनेटली इंडिया की ज़्यादा क्वालिटी वाली टीम है इन दिस एट दिस टाइम। बट अगर आप हमारी टीम भी देख लें, आई वुड से कंपेयर टू प्रीवियस वर्ल्ड टी20s दिस इज़ अ बेटर साइड ओवरऑल। अगर वेल राउंडेड अप्रोच आप देखो, पहले की टीमों में हमें चलो हमारी बॉलिंग यूज टू बी आर बॉलिंग यूनिट यूज टू बी गुड, बट अगर हमारी बैटिंग देखते थे इट ऑलवेज यूज टू बी अ कॉज फॉर कंसर्न। बट अभी हमें दिखता है कि टॉप ऑर्डर पे इतने बेहतर हमारे पास बैट्समैन आ चुके हैं एंड आई थिंक इवन एज अ फील्डिंग यूनिट हमने बहुत इंप्रूव किया है। फील्डिंग हैज़ लॉन्ग बिन एन इशू फॉर पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट एंड आई थिंक ये बहुत इंप्रूव हुआ है। तो ऑनेस्टली आई फील कि अगर पाकिस्तान इस मैच में चली जाए एक स्ट्रॉन्ग मेंटल अप्रोच के साथ, वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट अ वेरी गुड कॉन्टेस्ट ओवरऑल। I would like to jump towards the probable 11s for both sides. I would start off with India. तो आई थिंक ये काफ़ी एक यूज़फुल चीज़ होगी हम पाकिस्तानी फ़ैन्स के लिए, बिकॉज मैं भी पर्सनली अगर बताऊँ, ज़्यादा मैं फॉलो कर नहीं पाता उनके क्रिकेट को जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ टाइम कमिटमेंट्स एंड सच। But definitely, if we take a run through their squad, it will give us a better idea of what to expect. And I've done some research, and this is what I think is going to be their probable 11. So obviously their top three is unquestionable. वो तो उनका काफ़ी टाइम से चल रहा है, and it's Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, and Virat Kohli. Those names speak for themselves, all top batsmen in their own right. Then you have Surya Kumar Yadav. इनकी जगह काफ़ी एक डिबेट चल रहा था कि पोटेंशियली आप ईशान किशन को भी देख सकते हैं एंड बोथ ऑफ देम आर वेरी केपेबल बैट्समैन, सो आई वुडंट बी सरप्राइज्ड इफ आइदर वन ऑफ देम प्लेड। फिर आते हैं ऋषभ पंत, वेरी टैलेंटेड विकेट कीपर, हार्दिक पांड्या अगेन वेरी टैलेंटेड ऑलराउंडर, रविंद्र जडेजा जो कि एक स्टॉलवर्ट है टीम की, काफ़ी सालों से खेल रहे हैं। Shardul Thakur is someone who's fairly unknown to us, but we can expect him to be a very big surprise factor in some ways. Let's see how that works out. He's very highly rated by all the Indian supporters I've spoken to, so I'm very interested to see him playing. Varun Chakravarti, we will talk more about him as we go on. इनके बारे में काफ़ी hype है in terms of him being a mystery spinner. Then for their pacers, there was another debate here कि भुवनेश्वर कुमार और मोहम्मद शामी के बीच में कौन खेलेंगे. But looking at he talking to some Indian supporters and also like just generally looking at their statistics, I think Bhuvneshwar Kumar is the way they're going to go just because of his white ball stats. And then finally you have Jasprit Bumrah. Don't have to say much about him. Expert bowler in white ball and red ball. He's even a great red ball bowler now, but yeah, white ball mein to his record speaks for itself. Expert that over bowler. Let's go on to the Pakistan probable 11. And Pakistan have made my job a lot easier because we've already announced a 12-man squad one day before the game, so it's pretty straightforward. For Pakistan, मैं जो करने वाला हूँ, it's gonna be basically I'm gonna be going into my expected 11 and the 11 I would want. तो to start off हमारा जो top order है ये तो unquestionable है. You have Babar, Rizwan as your openers. These two have made the opening spots their own, and I think बहुत देर बाद, and from what I can remember, for the first time in my life, being a Pakistani supporter for 20 years now, um, 20 मैंने कुछ ज़्यादा बोल दिया, वैसे 18 years हुए हैं I started, so यार पहली बार कि मुझे लगता है हमारे पास एक सेट ओपनिंग पेयरिंग है, एंड देयर वाज अ लॉट ऑफ डिबेट्स गोइंग अराउंड ऑन सोशल मीडिया ऑन वेदर we should be tinkering with that opening setup, but I'm glad that we didn't. ये दोनों बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं as openers, and I think we should continue to stick with them. नंबर 3 पे काफ़ी एक डिबेट था between हैदर अली and फ़खर ज़मान. Now, looking at the warm-up games, फ़खर ज़मान ने काफ़ी एक strong performance दी है, and I believe कि he's going to definitely be our number 3, क्योंकि उसका वैसे ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड अगेंस्ट इंडिया, अगर आपने उसका चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी का फाइनल उठा दिया, ही इज़ अ बिग मैच प्लेयर एट द एंड ऑफ द डे. फ़खर ज़मान जो है, ही इज़ द टाइप ऑफ गाय who comes to his very best when it comes to these big match scenarios. So definitely would go with him at number 3. And the rest of this is like my expected lineup. Hafiz and Malik at 4 and 5 respectively. Asif Ali at 6, another guy to watch out for. He had some really good hits against South Africa. Imad Wasim, Shadab Khan, your two all-rounders. Obviously, Mohammad Hafiz counts as an all-rounder too, but you know, when I talk about bona fide all-rounders, Imad and Shadab obviously stand out. Then you have Hassan Ali, Shaheen Afridi, and Haris Rauf, your pace battery, which I am very confident about going in. I think हमारा जो pace attack है काफ़ी top of the line है at this point in time, especially when it comes to white ball cricket. I feel like this is a very solid trio of fast bowlers. काफ़ी question marks रहे हैं हारिस राउफ के ऊपर, which I will come to as I move on in this episode. But to move on to the next segment, I'm going to be talking about the X factors for either side in this game. Starting off with India. तो यार इंडिया के जब हम बात करते हैं X factors की, it's a no-brainer that you think about their top 3 batsmen, KL Rahul, Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli. On their day, any one of these guys can take the game away from Pakistan, which is why I believe getting these guys out early is going to be vital to Pakistan's chances in the game. KL Rahul जो है recently बहुत ही शानदार फॉर्म में है, तो अगर ज़्यादा देर दे दी सेट होने के लिए, it can be really problematic for Pakistan as we go deeper into the game. रोहित शर्मा के साथ भी same situation. You let him settle and he can punish you, and we have seen that before in India-Pakistan games and in many games in general that India play. Virat Kohli is an interesting one at this point of time. Kafi, at least by his standards, he's been out of form. And as a Pakistani fan, मैं तो कहूँगा this is the first time I'm going into an India-Pakistan clash where Virat Kohli is not my biggest concern. It's their other batsmen, but we have to remember, जो top players होते हैं, they always turn up in the big occasions. And that's exactly what we can expect from Virat Kohli. So I would say don't take him lightly. Get him out early, because we don't want this becoming another case of Virat Kohli of another player regaining his form against us, which is unfortunately a bit of a tag that's been attached to us कि हम experts हैं दूसरों को form दिलवाने में. But yeah, Virat Kohli, match winner. What else can be said? उनके bowlers में अगर हम देखें तो यार वरुण चक्रवर्ती, this guy has the hype going around this guy on Twitter, on so many platforms, is kind of insane. For Pakistani fans, I kind of understand it, क्योंकि हमारे लिए काफ़ी एक mystery element रहता है, because मैंने भी इसको ज़्यादा देखा नहीं है, but if we take out his T20 stats, इसने T20 आइस कुछ ज़्यादा खेले नहीं है इंडिया के लिए, so I'm just looking at the expanded stats. He has an average of 23.68 and an economy of 6.69, so definitely a wicket-taking option, and at the same time, he's very economical. So that's going to be an interesting challenge to navigate for India, for Pakistan, my bad. And Jasprit Bumrah, of course. Bumrah is an expert death bowler when it comes to white ball cricket, and he had a very solid IPL as well. And I'm sure that's gonna only make him a lot more confident as he's playing in similar conditions. Pakistan पे अगर हम आ जाएं तो हमारे X factors batting में हो गए Babar and Rizwan without a doubt. As I've already said, SE opening combination, I have never seen Pakistan have such a set opening combination in a while. maybe throughout my time as a Pakistan cricket fan. और यार I think Asif Ali. Don't get me wrong. I've never been a big Asif Ali fan. I'm not really been a hater either. Honestly, I'm very indifferent about him. He's not the most talented player in the world. But when you look at a number six batsman, he is our best available option. He does everything you would want a number six batsman to do. Just come out, hit a few sixes, get us those quick runs towards the end. And if he's able to do that, that's his role. We can't be expecting him to stabilize an innings. That's just not his game. So I think given the right platform, Asif Ali could be very dangerous for us. And when we come to bowling, it's our pace battery without a doubt. Shaheen, Hassan, and Rauf. Shaheen Afridi, I think, is going to be extremely vital to Pakistan's chances. One of a kind talent, once in a generation type of talent. Hassan Ali, born match winner. When I look at the squad and I look at when I think about players who can turn around the game at will, Hassan Ali is that guy. Hassan Ali is the type of guy who can inspire the team with his performance. And thirdly, Haris Rauf. Haris Rauf के बारे में बहुत hate है online. Like honestly, I've seen so much go around. There's so many doubts around him. They call him a run machine. The trolls are out. But yeah, when you look at Haris Rauf, he has the best death bowling stats in Pakistan. He is your best option, and when used properly, I think बहुत एक बड़ा मसला रहा है हारिस रऊफ के साथ that he's not been used in the right spot. We've found him being used in the early overs with the new ball, and that just isn't his game as a bowler. And you can't make a new ball bowler overnight. It's a very tough skill to master, and it's gonna take a while. So for the time being, I think we need to like just let him stick to his strengths and play him as a death ball bowler, and the rest is going to take care of itself. I think he's going to be a very good option in the death, and if we can get that to happen, I think he can be a very dangerous prospect. And now speaking about X factors, this takes me back to my probable 11 for Pakistan. I just realized I never said what I wanted changed from the predicted 11, and that is in our middle order. When I look at our middle order, I see Mohammad Hafiz and Shoaib Malik. Now, for anyone who follows me on Twitter, it's very well known that मैं बहुत anti Malik रहा हूँ throughout the last few months. I've wanted him nowhere near the starting 11, nowhere near the squad at all. But I feel like Shoaib Malik is just inevitable at this point. कहीं ना कहीं से ये बंदा स्क्वाड में पहुंच ही जाता है. मतलब यार, I feel like since I was a little kid, I've just been seeing Shoaib Malik in Pakistan squads, and it's getting kind of annoying at this point कि हम move on नहीं कर सक रहे हैं ऐसे seniors से. But if you look at the warm-up matches, Mohammad Hafiz का भी कुछ खास form नहीं रहा है. The only reason I would give Mohammad Hafiz an edge over Malik is his bowling. क्योंकि यार देखो, लेफ्ट हैंडर्स के साथ अगेंस्ट जो इक्वेशन बन जाता है ना हफीज़ का, दैट्स अनडिनाइबल, एंड वीव सीन इट सो मेनी टाइम्स. वी इवन सॉ इट एज रिसेंटली एज आवर सीरीज इन इंग्लैंड. तो यार, I think that either one of these guys could drop out, and I would honestly bring in Haider Ali in place of them. Haider Ali is the 12th name that I left out from my probable 11, but Haider Ali is the guy I want in this lineup, but I don't see it happening just because of the way we've lined up in the warm-ups. But I would be seriously concerned if we're chasing a high score and we have Hafiz and Malik in our middle order. Because यार, अगर आप अपना top order देखें, you have Babar and Rizwan, two guys who are already accumulators. Now, if you add Hafiz and Malik, that makes 4 accumulators in your top 5, and I think in T20 cricket that just isn't good enough. तो चाहे आप इन दोनों में से किसी एक को भी ड्रॉप कर दें और हैदर अली को अगर आप 4 पे लेके आ जाए ना, that can be a game changer for Pakistan when it comes to batting. And honestly, I think Haider Ali or Fakhar Zaman can be interchangeable at 3 and 4. Because in दोनों के अगर आप stats उठा दें तो they're useful for different phases of the game. So you can promote either one of them at 3 and play the other at 4 depending on what the match scenario is. So I think that's going to be a lot to ponder on for the team management. But as we've seen that Babar has been very adamant as a captain to have Malik and Hafiz involved as part of the 11. So that is still my prediction, but hopefully Haider Ali makes his way into the squad one way or another, because I would add him to our X factors if that's the case. And now I think that about covers it in terms of the squads. There's a lot more to talk about. Obviously, we have a lot of talented players across both squads, but I thought I would just focus on some of the specific ones for the time being. Obviously, if I look at the Indian squad, Hardik Pandya can always be a game changer. Ravindra Jadeja, on his day, can turn around the game when India need it. And obviously, in the Pakistan 11, you have Shadab Khan, who's another guy who can sort of inspire the team around him. And Fakhar Zaman, as I already said earlier in this episode, big match player, big match pedigree. He can always turn up on these big days. Now, to move on to the next segment, I'm going to be talking about some of the conditions around the game that might impact how this turns out. Number one being the toss. I think the toss is going to be important, not much so for India, but more so for Pakistan. मुझे लगता है कि अगर पाकिस्तान टॉस जीत सके, their ideal decision would be to bowl first. Because if we look at Pakistan's losses to India recently, they've mostly come by a decision to bat first, especially in T20s. I think कि जो हमारा एक प्रेशर वाला जो mental block आ जाता है, that makes it really difficult to go out with an open mind and bat first. So I would rather bank my chances on this team restricting India to a chaseable target and then pursuing that batting second. और एक और चीज़ आ जाती है into account आपकी due factor. While the ICC will be pulling out all the stops to reduce that, I think to some degree आपको शायद वो एक impact दिख सकता है, and batting second always helps you just in case that due factor comes into play. So that would be my opinion on as far as the toss is concerned. And then obviously one of the most important factors when it comes to any cricket game is the pitch. हमने कल की गेम देखी थी दुबई में, extremely low scoring affair between England and West Indies. Now, if we do see a pitch that low, if we do see a similar pitch tomorrow, that's the type of pitch I would expect the likes of Shoaib Malik to actually make a difference on. So the pitch is going to be another important factor when finally deciding what your 11 is, whether you choose to induct Haider Ali into that 11 or whether you choose to stick with one of those experienced guns. Mohammad Hafiz की जहाँ तक बात है, his ability to navigate spin doesn't really impress me as much. So I would still consider getting Haider Ali in regardless, because Haider Ali, if I compared both their games against spin, I would definitely rate Haider Ali higher. He's really strong against spin. So basically, this podcast is turning into me trying to find a way to force Haider Ali into the 11. But let's be honest, I think Haider Ali's stats speak for themselves. And he definitely deserves a spot in the 11. Whether he gets one or not is a whole other story. Well, I think that should be covering everything I wanted to cover in this episode. Please leave your thoughts down in the comments and let me know what you think. What are your expectations from the game? All I can tell you guys is I'm already nervous, excited, gonna be supporting this team, gonna be praying for Pakistan, gonna be just, it's all building up. The emotions are building up right now and the excitement is building up. I cannot wait for this fixture. Do let me know what you guys think about this podcast. Any feedback, all sorts of feedback is appreciated. I'm fairly new to this, so it's going to take a bit of time to get more comfortable, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all very soon. Goodbye. Allah Hafiz.